What's up, guys? It's Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible that is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. I wanted to do a quick business story time video. It is Business Mondays on the channel, so if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe for more content like this about business, beauty, lifestyle, and enjoyment, and hit the like button while you're hitting that button to subscribe. So let's just get into this business story time. First and foremost, I just want to say that one of the major components of success is showing up. And I wanted to say that because I believe we live in a world and society now where not everyone, but there definitely are a lot of people who just really don't want to work, or who are looking for a quick fix, get rich quick opportunity, even though we know them and recognize them as get rich quick schemes. And usually a scheme is nothing good. But a lot of people are able to swindle people and get over on people because people are looking for an easy route to get a lot of money. And it's nothing new, because the get rich quick schemes have been around for ages. There's so many different types. I can't even list them all in this video, but there have been so many of them well before the internet became a real thing. So with that being said, there are so many people out there that know that people want money the fast way, the easy way, hopefully the legal way, but they can get over on people and say, well, I made $50,000 in 1 month, and if you buy my course, if you follow my methods, if you join my membership, if you join my community, or whatever it is, where it's usually going to involve you paying some money to do what they're saying they can teach you to do to make all of this money. The reason most of the people like that, if they do make a lot of money, which some of them are lying, but if they do make a lot of money, it's because they have the gift of gab. They know how to sell pretty much ice cubes to an Eskimo. They know how to sell. They know how to speak. And unfortunately, they know how to swindle. And then they also know that there are a lot of people who just really don't want to work, don't want to put in the effort. And so if they can get some sort of shortcut to get to what they call now the bag, then they'll be in there like swimwear. All right, so here's the thing when it comes to people who sell these courses and things like that. Not to say that the purchasers, those who invest in these courses and these classes and these coaches and all of this stuff that costs money, so that what they are selling you can get, which is usually a way to make more money. They know that most people are not going to go through the courses to the end. Not saying they're not going to attempt it, but they know that a lot of people are lazy and they're not going to show up. So it's a way for them to get by. It's a way for them to profit. It's a way for them to make money. In the world of business, true legitimate business, a major part of success, like I said in the beginning of this video, is showing up. I have been a business owner now. One of the current businesses that I own, I have been owning and operating since 2008. And when I started, I was a solo person in my business, but I treated my business like it was, I would say, an empire. I didn't treat it like it was just little old me. When I was surrounded by other people who had their own thing that they were doing, and we all were independent, I treated my business like it was a legitimate business. I showed up looking like I was showing up for business. So I didn't show up looking like whatever, throwing on anything. Even if it was just me, I had created some sort of uniform attire for me to wear. Just using this as examples, that was a part of me showing up. And then over the time, as I grew, as what I was doing, the efforts and me showing up in different places where I was either networking, I was going to different opportunities to speak, to educate, so that I could let people know about who I was, what my business did, and what I offered, and what I could provide to help, people who were looking for the type of services that I was offering. That's what I was doing. So that involved me showing up. So I want to say this and use this as an example. I have multiple locations right now. I have a couple of locations. At one point, I had 4 locations, and I would travel, not all of the time, but I would travel to go to these locations. I was showing up. I was making my presence known. Could I be in all 4 places at once? Absolutely not. But I was making my presence known. I was showing up. There are a lot of people who feel like once they get to the point where they have assistants or staff, that they don't need to be there. And I get it. You can't be everywhere all of the time. But I would say I'm not in the restaurant industry. I'm not in the food service business. But restaurants are some of the earliest of businesses to go out of business in the beginning, because it's a hard industry. It's a very hard industry. So there's this local restaurant. They serve barbecue. I'm not a big barbecue person, but I like brisket, and I like it just seasoned well. I don't want any sauce on it. I'm not a barbecue sauce girl. I just like good brisket and seasoned well. So with this restaurant, we tried them a few times. I like the food, but there was constant issues. Either the cash register wasn't working, this piece of equipment was down, we can't do this, or they're messing up orders. And to be honest with you, the staff, they just look like some teeny boppers or young people who really didn't care about the restaurant, to be honest. They really didn't care about the restaurant. They just were there to clock in, get their hours so that they can get paid. And in no time that we ever went there, because we went there on several occasions, did we see any type of supervisor or manager showing up. And it just wasn't a good look. With the other restaurants that surrounded this restaurant, you would think that they would have been getting a lot of business too, because the Buffalo Wild Wings is packed, all of the other restaurants that are nearby, popping, moving, people coming in and out. But this one, not many people were going there, and it wasn't for a lack of having good food. I just believe that they did not have the people showing up like they needed to in order for the restaurant to be successful. So several months, not long, but several months after they opened up, we went there one day to get some food. And they had a sign on the door, and it said, "Temporarily closed, will reopen soon under new management." So it was a prediction that if things continue this way, they're not going to be here long. And it wasn't that I was wishing any harm on the business or wanting anything negative to impact them, because you want, at least I can say that, I want to see businesses succeed. I do. I don't wish any harm for anyone in business, because I know how hard it is. And I know that it takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of sweat equity. It takes a lot of hard work to prosper. Success means you have to show up. And they didn't have the right people in position showing up for this business to be successful. So in my opinion, I don't know if this is the case. I don't know it to be true. But I feel like it was someone that just had some money. They were able to invest in a business opportunity. So they decided to open a restaurant. And they just decided, okay, I'll hire some staff. And boom, the dollars will start rolling in. You have to show up. Even if you are the owner of that business, you have to show up. Unless you're Elon Musk, even he was showing up and firing people from Twitter. Jeff Bezos, like, you have to show up. Most businesses, like the types that I speak to, are small businesses such as mine. Even if it's a small empire, like I like to speak of my own, it is what the government would recognize as a small business. So you have to do things a certain way. And in order for you to be successful, you have to show up. I'm 14 years in doing this. I'm not in my businesses as much as I used to be as of very recent, honestly. As of maybe a few months ago, I was working more hands-on with clients and still showing up, going to the other location. We just moved into another building from where we had been in a building for a little over 10 years, and we just moved to another space, which I'm really excited about. I'm showing up. You know, one of my team members who works in that location, she would show up sometimes while I'm still there, and it's like I had been there maybe an hour or two before she got there, or maybe I was there a few hours that evening or the day before, and then she gets there and she'll send me a message. She's like, oh my God, it's looking even better in here every time I come in here. I'm showing up. I'm not just expecting everyone to do everything for me, even though I do pay people and have assistants and staff to assist me. I'm showing up. I'm not just saying, oh, well, I'm just going to let them handle it while I sit at home and eat grapes. No, you have to show up in order to really see success. So I wanted to share that story about that restaurant because it just made me think about a number of other businesses that may be operating that same way, thinking that they can just get by because they have other people to do it. But I can guarantee you, even if they're getting by, if they were showing up more, their businesses would probably be more successful. A major factor in success is showing up. So I just wanted to talk about that, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I really appreciate you guys being here, subscribing to the channel. Thank you for hitting that like button and coming back for more. Share this video with someone that you know. So guys, I am Elizabeth, the Minister of Beauty, and I share the Bible. That is business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next time, I hope and pray you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.